What's up, YouTube? I'm here at the Aria Sky Suites in Vegas, wrapping up my birthday weekend. And I'm shooting this video because I want to share with you guys the #1 secret to us building our massive online companies and generating over $50 million online. So here it is. For those of you guys that don't know, my name is Aria. I run two of the biggest e-learning companies that sell consulting and education, teaching people how to start businesses in both e-commerce, but then also teaching women how to get into sales. And those companies collectively have generated north of $50 million online. And the secret to us being able to make that much money and build these big businesses is not some gimmick or something really niche and specific. It's just one thing that I'm in charge of, that we do very, very well, and we've done well for a long time, and that's advertising, specifically paid advertising. And let me give you guys some background. We've spent, at this point, $15 million on paid ads, and we've generated close to $50 million. With that being said, we do other forms of marketing as well. We post content, we have some affiliates as well, but nothing has been more instrumental for building these businesses and growing them than paid ads. 90% of that revenue comes from paid ads. Our founders go viral too. One of them has a pretty big YouTube channel, and the other one does very, very well on TikTok and Instagram. But 80% of that revenue has come from paid ads. And I want to talk about why advertising specifically and paid advertising is so crucial, and it's the best way if you really want to hyper scale your business and you're not running paid ads. You need to. So #1, paid ads is just the most reliable, scalable method of getting customers. Why? Because you get a certainty of return. Not in terms of you're guaranteed to make money, but in regards to you spend $1, you are guaranteed to get X amount of impressions, X amount of clicks, etc. If you post a piece of organic content, you're not guaranteed to get views at all. It may get 10 views, 100 views, 1,000 views. It could get 10,000 views, but there is no gauge on what the algorithm will give you as far as a return for clicking post. You know what I mean? So that's the reason, paid ads are better, because when you're a marketer, you're so specific on numbers and projections. So, you estimate and guess how launches or how campaigns are going to go. And you kind of reverse engineer your way based on your historical data. With content, it's a little more difficult because new content styles and just the algorithm and the variables that you don't control for can throw you off. So we still post organic content, but paid advertising has been our bread and butter. So now let me talk about what makes paid advertising good. On average, we spend around $300,000 to $400,000 a month on platforms like Meta and TikTok. And that generates us on average, a 2 to 5 to 3x return. So we do between $800,000 to $1 million a month in our business. What people get wrong with paid ads is that they write the ads as if they are the audience. And there's nothing worse that you can do, because at the end of the day, you are the founder of the company or you're the offer owner, but you're not the customer in most cases. And people get this so wrong, and then they launch ads and they don't work. And that's why they build up these ideas that, paid ads just didn't work for me. Well, it's not that paid ads don't work, it's the strategy. There are businesses that spend hundreds of millions of dollars on paid ads and even tens of millions of dollars a year on paid ads, and they're not Coca-Cola, Apple, or any big tech company with an infinite budget. So you need to know who you're communicating to when you're advertising. And the #1 thing that you can do to get in tune with your customer, instead of just doing research on them and looking at things like Reddit and looking at things like public forums, or looking at even competitors' ads, you should always talk to your customer first, because your customer will tell you everything that you need to know. And when they tell you that, you've got their pains, their emotions, and everything that they want to tell you right at the source. Instead of getting it from some secondhand place like Reddit or on online forum. And that doesn't give you a lot of detail and depth anyway. So keep that in mind. If you want to write better paid ads, you need to go straight to the source. Now, once you get a few paid ads and you start launching on paid ads and you start making money, now how do you scale? The way I see paid ads is that people get really horny and want to spend a lot more money once they see something works. But the way I see it is similar to a tortoise. Slow and steady wins the race. Because when you're starting to scale and spend more on paid advertising, your ads are extending to colder and colder audiences, meaning that those people are harder and harder to convert. So as you start to spend more money, when you start reaching those colder and colder audiences, naturally you will convert less and you'll start to make less money, but you spent more. And that's when your margin just gets smaller and shrinks. So you make less money. What you need to do at that point is, once you start to scale slowly but surely, that will let you create more ads, talk to those customers, and figure out what makes them convert, and then you have a better strategy to scale your ads further. So, but yeah, guys, that was a short introduction on just paid ads and why they're so good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'm going to be posting a lot more content just on paid ads specifically, because that's what I'm in charge of. That's what's taken our business to $50 million in revenue. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any topics you guys would like me to go over, leave them in the comments down below. But until then, I am leaving Vegas and I'm going to Utah, and I'm going to shoot a lot more content for you guys there. And I'll get a little tactical and share some neat stuff for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.